Hey guys, it's been a minute. We hope you have enjoyed traveling through all the different corners of Cambodia with us. Today we're going to sit down and look back at some of the amazing memories we have made, and also look at some of the things we have learned through our Finding the Real Cambodia series. Now make sure you stick around to the end, because we have a little surprise for you. Here are our top 10 things that we have learned while traveling through Cambodia, and why we feel Cambodia is one of those destinations that you just have to go and visit in Asia. Now there are many ways to get to Cambodia. We did a land crossing from Vietnam to Phnom Penh. We took the bus company called Giant Ibis, and we can't recommend them enough. They were absolutely fantastic, and they even took care of our Cambodia visa for us, which is such a great benefit. We feel that by having someone else to help with our visa is such a great way to remove any unnecessary stress. They really did such a great job of explaining the whole process to us, making sure everything was handled, and that we felt comfortable going into a foreign country. The cost was also so affordable that it just made sense to let them do it. Along with helping with your visa, they also give you snacks, water, and free Wi-Fi on the bus. It is quite a long journey, but they stop every 2 or so hours so you can get off, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, and just stretch your legs. So we really couldn't recommend them enough. Cambodia's currency is real, however US dollars are accepted almost everywhere, and in some cases they actually prefer them. We highly recommend that you go into the country with some US dollars with you. If you are taking hundreds, make sure you break them as soon as possible. Tuk-tuks, supermarkets, and even restaurants won't have change for $100, so it is essential that you have some smaller dollars with you as well. Once in Cambodia, you can use the ATMs to get dollars. However, we wouldn't really recommend this method, as we ran into a few problems when doing this. The first one was quite a few times we got given old US dollar notes from the ATMs, and shops, hotels, restaurants, they only accept notes that were made from 2000 to present day. Another problem we faced at the ATMs is quite a few times we got notes that had little tears in them or marks in them. These will not be accepted anywhere in Cambodia. So it just makes sense to try and get dollars outside of the country, so when you're inside Cambodia you won't have to stress about this, and you won't be stuck with a bunch of dollars that you can't actually use. Alright, so you have gotten your visa, you've arrived in Cambodia, your currency is all sorted out. Now where do you start exploring the country? Well, now, before we came to Cambodia, we read quite a few blogs and watched some vlogs, and were surprised that all of them suggested you skip Phnom Penh. Now, we couldn't disagree with this anymore. We feel that Phnom Penh is the perfect location to start your travels at. It is such a nice welcome to the country, especially before you make your way into much more smaller towns in the countryside. Phnom Penh is a great place to get accustomed to Khmer cuisine, traditions. Here, we got to have some amazing street food and loved exploring the royal palace as well as the riverside at sunset. And of course, it was here that we got to visit the Genocide Museum as well as the Killing Fields. Phnom Penh is quite a nice modern city that has so much to do. There are tons of cafes, restaurants, and hotels, and it is all really budget friendly. It also has quite an international mix to it, so we feel that it is the ideal place to start your travels in Cambodia, and we loved our time there. If you have been watching our videos, then you know that we love to delve into local cuisine. We just think it is such an easy, fun, and great way to get introduced to a new culture. We love eating different kinds of Khmer dishes. Khmer cuisine is quite unique in how fish plays a vital role in many dishes, especially the amak. The amak was just so good. So yeah, don't be afraid of trying out the local cuisine when you are here. They have a good variety and you'll definitely find something that you will like. We even tried out some quite different street foods, from baby duck eggs to frogs. Now, of course, you don't have to give these a try. It is all up to you and what you feel comfortable doing. If you want to learn a little bit more about Khmer food, then we would definitely suggest you watch our Khmer street food video through Phnom Penh. We will link it up here, or maybe it's the side, but it will be linked also in the description below. So make sure you check that out after you've watched this video.
You don't have to eat that, do you?
It's like crunchy chicken.
That's what everyone says.
What's really special for me personally is I went into Cambodia not knowing much about the cuisine. But now I get to leave knowing a lot more, and not just knowing what the food is, but also how to cook the food. I am so excited to be able to make these dishes for my family and friends now. So if you have some time, then you should definitely opt for a cooking class somewhere in your travels through Cambodia. We had an amazing chef named Chef Vanak in Battambang that not only taught us how to cook the food, but he also taught us the history behind each cuisine. It was such an amazing learning experience, and it was one of those memories that we will treasure for a long time to come. Also makes a difference.
You forgot to say that one.
Yeah. Cambodia has a deep history that is important for us to learn so that we can better respect the culture and understand the people. Learning about Cambodia's history while traveling through Cambodia was really touching and an important learning experience for us. Now just be aware that there are different parts of this history, whether it is about the glorious Khmer Empire from centuries ago or the crimes committed by the Khmer Rouge regime much more recently. We got to learn it all and leave with a much better understanding of Cambodia, its people, and humanity in general. Visiting places like the Genocide Museum or Killing Fields in Phnom Penh or the Killing Caves in Battambang takes you to a place that saw such brutality not too many decades ago. It is essential to learn about this era of the country's history and get to know about what horrific Khmer Rouge regime did here. Just heartbreaking and very difficult to see at times. And it broke our hearts to see what the Khmer people had to go through. Yes, this is in the past, but do make an effort to learn a little bit about it and to show your respect to those who have passed away. If you want to learn a little bit more about the history, then why not check out our Phnom Penh video where we visited the Genocide Museum and the Killing Fields. What was really cool to us is Cambodia is still very authentic. Most places are not designed to attract tourists, unlike many other countries that we have seen in Southeast Asia. A country that would come close in comparison would have to be Laos, another one of our favorite destinations. Both of these are not as developed compared to other Asian countries, but just as authentic and special. Otherwise, sometimes you just go to these places and you're like, not the same souvenirs and not the same markets all over again. Cambodia was refreshingly unique in what it provided us. If you know us, then you know we love authentic experiences and traveling at a bit of a slower pace, exploring the local life. And Cambodia was just the perfect place for this. We enjoyed exploring the smaller towns, as well as looking at simpler things such as how people in the countryside get their food in the morning from a market, or how often they take shelter from the heat on a nice little hammock. These are memories that will stay with us for a long time. Now let's talk about experiences. Cambodia has got some really cool experiences. Of course, there is the Angkor Wat, which is absolutely amazing, but there are a lot of other experiences that fly under the radar. Imagine standing at dusk, witnessing over 1 million bats emerging from a cave. Breathtaking. Or looking at farmers as they begin their day in the picturesque salt fields at dawn. You can go on amazing drives through a fascinating national park that features an abandoned town, providing a haunting yet captivating experience for the curious traveler. There are plenty of cool experiences that you can opt for during your trip here. Do consider spending a few days in the not-so-popular towns such as Battambang that actually have a lot of unique things to do. What other cool experiences have you done in Cambodia? Let us know in the comment box below so we can add them to our future itinerary. When planning your Cambodia itinerary, do make sure you check out some of the coastlines. If you are into beaches, then Cambodia has some pristine ones. Even just the small coastal towns like Kep or Kampot are so nice and relaxing. We had a fantastic time in Kampot, where we spent our days going on kayaking trails down the river to catch the sunset. We also enjoyed getting to know about the Kampot pepper and exploring in and around town. We would definitely recommend exploring Kampot. There's lots to do. We enjoy our stays more when we get to see a little bit more of the local life. Kampot is also the perfect place if you just want somewhere to go and relax. Now, some people suggest that you only need a day in places like Kampot, but we would suggest spending a few more days here than in a place like Siem Reap, which we found to be a little bit too touristy. Let's discuss the Cambodian elephant in the room. Yes, I am talking about Angkor Wat. Now, Angkor Wat receives so much hype, and it is one of those few places that when you actually go there, it is way better than the hype. It is one of the few places that completely took our breath away. We are going to be sharing some of our top tips to make the best of your time in Angkor. Angkor isn't just Angkor Wat. There are in fact many other temples. The popular temples like Angkor are quite busy. So if you want the full jungle temple experience, then it is worth checking out the lesser known ones, as they are just as cool and will be way less crowded. Sunrise tours are extremely popular. However, we feel that they can be quite low quality. What we mean is, you'll be in this guided tour with a group of 30 to 60 people, and you will rush to the main temple Angkor Wat to see this beautiful sunrise. Then they will rush you through the whole of Angkor Wat in an unreasonable amount of time. Then they will take you to another temple that they just rush you through, and another temple that you get rushed through. We've seen with many of these guided tours, you just feel like you're going from temple to temple to temple, just ticking them off a list, instead of really getting to appreciate the temples and getting to take a moment to really appreciate where you are and the history that you are standing in. So if you are planning to only spend one day at Angkor and you want to do a guided tour, then think carefully about which tour you're going to pick. It would probably be better to do a private tour. It will come at a higher cost, but it will mean you'll get to really spend your time appreciating the temples, and you won't be stuck in a big group just rushing from temple to temple. However, if you are planning to travel through Cambodia at a slower pace like us, then you should definitely opt for the 3 or 7 day ticket to Angkor. We loved getting to explore Angkor at our own pace and getting to really appreciate each temple. We drove through Angkor on a bike, and that in itself was such a fun experience. We definitely feel that one day isn't quite enough time to truly appreciate the magnificent temples of Angkor. So think hard before planning your itinerary and try make it so that you can have at least 3 days to explore Angkor at your own pace. Our final take on Cambodia. Well, it's about the Cambodian people. Khmer people are just so awesome. They are humble and simple people who welcome you with the biggest smiles and open hearts. Especially when you look at the tragic history of the Khmer Rouge. It is just amazing how these people have shown amazing bravery in the face of unprecedented tragedy and have moved on from it with a smile. It just teaches you that resilience isn't always about violence. Sometimes it's about taking steps forward and enjoying the simpler things too, such as togetherness with your friends, your family, or your community. We have had so many good, kind, and loving comments in all of our Cambodia videos from the people in Cambodia. We just want to say a really huge thank you to you. Thank you for your support, thank you for your kindness, and thank you for all of your love. We will cherish it for a very long time. It was our first time exploring the nation, and we had so much fun. We made some amazing memories, we learned so much, and in fact we would love to come back and make a sequel to the series. Where should we visit next in Cambodia? And what could be the theme of our next series? If you have any recommendations of places to explore or experiences to do, then please put them in the comment box down below. We really appreciate all of your help. Now on a final note, we have a little something special we compiled for you. It is a little preview of some of the amazing memories that we are going to get to take home with us. So take care, love you all, and enjoy.